As always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Whether you're listening on Anchor or you're watching this on my YouTube page, I truly appreciate it. Um, Again, for those of you that really know me, my mother just passed away on March 7th, a couple of weeks ago, and that's mainly why I haven't done a show in a couple of weeks. And what I want to talk about now is grieving. And they say there's no right way to grieve. Everybody deals with grief differently, um, which is true. No one is you, so no one is able to tell you how to feel or how to grieve. Um, as you know, my son passed away in October. So from October 13th until March 7th, I literally lost the first two people that taught me how to love. My firstborn child, taught me how to truly love another individual as far as taking care of that person and being there for that person. That was my firstborn child, my first son. And then March 7th, I lost my mother, who is my mother. She taught me and molded me into who and what I am today. So I have a really heavy heart. But as I've always told them, promised that I'm not gonna succumb to negativity. Um, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna lash out. I'm not gonna do things like that. At least I hope I don't. Because again, you never know what you're gonna do in a situation until you're in that situation. Um, but I feel I've been doing a pretty good job at it. Now, the issue that I'm coming across is that there's people that are worried about me. They say that I'm handling it a little too well. Um, for those people, I appreciate your loving concern, but if you really know me, you know that if something is bothering me, something is on my mind, uh, I need to say something, get something out. I'm not going to hesitate to get it out. So I just want to be perfectly clear. I am okay. I'm not good, but I am okay. I'm not mad. I'm not frustrated. I'm just in pain. I'm in a lot of pain. And it's no one particular's fault. Therefore, I'm not gonna lash out at anybody. I'm not gonna be angry with anybody. Um, I've always thought outside the box. I've always, I guess, marched to the beat of my own drum. I think the saying is, So again, I appreciate the concern, but trust and believe me, I'm okay. You know, um, I, I I take it day by day, moment by moment. Again, I've may indulge in a video game, 2K, an awful lot. Um, but again, that's my coping mechanism. Um, Everybody has vices. Everybody has their go-to, so to speak. And the way I am is, I just try to focus on the positive of every situation. My mom would have been 68 in June. I was trying to get her to move down here in North Carolina with me. Actually, I just got an application previous to her passing from an older folks' home that I delivered to on my mail route. I was gonna try to get her to come down and stay there, but as we know, as we see that life happens, and I have two choices. I can either fold under the pain and the pressure, or I could rise up above it. And me being the person that I am, I refuse to fold. I can get into it as far as so-called family members that I'm going back and forth with. But again, I try not to do that, especially on these podcasts because I made these to promote positivity. And another thing people need to understand is a lot of the stuff that I would get out in a therapy session, get out in these podcasts. If you listen to my podcast, if you watch my podcast, you see I don't hold anything back. I'm straightforward. I have no problem admitting my faults, admitting my wrongdoings. I take accountability for my actions. And like I said, man, I'm just hurt right now. I do my best to hold it together, but again, I can't I can't make any promises. Uh, what I want to touch on though is, you know, love the people that love you. Uh, as time is going on, we're seeing more and more faults in the way we were brought up, in the way we were taught as children of how the world is and how things go. So one of them is family is not always blood. Blood is not always family. Um, I've got people that have no blood relation that treat me better than family members, and vice versa. Again, I'm not pointing any fingers because I treat particular friends better than I treat family members for particular reasons. Everybody has their part of it, but so I get it. We've been taught to, oh well, that's your brother, that's your sister, that's your cousin, that's your aunt, that's your, that you have to get along with them. You have to make amends with them. Uh, the harsh, cold truth about it is, if they're disrespectful, if they make you feel a particular way where your skin starts to crawl when they're around, or you get a pit in your stomach like you just want to damage something, it don't matter if they blood or not. Get yourself as far away from that individual or those individuals as you possibly can. You know, um, yes, it would be good to get along with everyone in your family, but truth be told, man, all families are dysfunctional. Everybody has a dysfunctional family. Everybody knows a fucked up person. Sometimes that fucked up person is in your family, and just because they're blood related does not mean you have to rock with them, especially when you've attempted to let them know how you feel and they choose to ignore it. Where's the love there? So I tell my wife all the time, when you genuinely give out good, when you genuinely put out love, you're gonna get it back tenfold. It's the way the universe works. But there's two things about it. One is you have to put it out there genuinely. You can't be putting it out there because you're expecting it to come back tenfold. It has to be genuine. It has to be real. And two, we spend so much time focusing on where we're giving the love, we miss those other 10 people that's trying to give it to us. So again, love the people that love you. Now, I'm not saying go start no riff with a family member because y'all had a little fallout over a few dollars at the store or something. I'm not saying nothing like that. But when people is funny around you. You know when things ain't right. So, again, make a valiant, honest attempt to rectify the situation. Do your part. But part of that also means walking away when necessary. So I really want to get that across because when I went up to New York for my mom's services, which happened to be the day that my middle son turned 21. So there's that whole dynamic in there. But when I went up to New York, up to Utica for my mom's services, I had a friend, again, old time friend since like junior high school. But I had a friend, and this motherfucker demanded that I stayed at his house. Demanded that I didn't pay for a hotel, or I didn't bring my family over to my sister's or my mother's house where my other sister was because of the crowdedness of it being crowded. He oh man, he paid for me and my family to get an Uber from the airport. Like, that's love. And there's no blood relation with us. That's just pure love. And you know who you are. And, might as well say his name, but I ain't talked to him about telling him, so I'm not going to do that. But if y'all know me, I'm pretty sure you can gather who it is as well. Um, and for that, my man, I love you. I will always love you. And I will always be here for you in any capacity that I can. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. But open up. It's hard to in this cold world right now. But genuinely open up. I promise you. You'll see things so much clearer. You'll see things so much different. All this hoopla and bullshit that people running around talking and doing, don't succumb to it, man. On a bright note, this year, I'm deciding that I'm going to start having, I don't know if I really want to call it a family reunion, but a little get together at the end of the summer. I don't know. Actually, give me some suggestions on what y'all think I should call it. But what I want to do is at the end of the summer, probably the last weekend of August, rent out a space down at a park out here, get a DJ, some portable grills or whatever, and just have people come together and hang out, cook out, listen to some music, I'm tired of seeing my family for funerals. I lived in North Carolina. The majority of my family is in New York. And I get the distance. I mean, I created the distance, so let's be real about it. But, they can travel too. So, for all my family that be listening to it, get to me. The end of August, I'm going to put together something so we can have a little family reunion. I'll call it for now. Because again, we gotta stop getting together only for bad situations. We have to bring some positivity to it, and I honestly feel that if I don't do it, then it's not gonna get done. Whether that's true or not, heck, whatever. But I'm going to take the lead on that, and hopefully even some of the family members that I spoke of that I don't really rock with like that. Hopefully they attend and things can get smoothed over. But if not, then 2 tears in a bucket. That's going to do it for today. Again, guys, sincerely, I really appreciate you listening to these shows. You never have any idea how much these help me out. So I appreciate you guys. And on that note, I'll catch you on the flip side.